We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/ARTS. Just go to Indeed.com/ARTS right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
So producer Stef came across grounding sheets or a grounding blanket or a grounding mat, whatever you want to call it, on the internet. And then she told us about it, or at least tried to explain what it was, which... Reminder, what is it, Steph?
I don't really know what it is.
I retained it, I swear.
It's got like silver fibers in the sheet or the mat, and then you put it into your grounding hole. So like your outlet that has the two little eyeballs and then the mouth on your outlet, you plug it in the bottom
hole of your plug outlet.
And it's supposed to ground you to the earth.
Right.
And I was like laughing about this until everyone swore by it.
You got serious. And I will say, Pooja and I were kind of rolling our eyes and you were telling us, but then after you told the story on the air, it got such a big response on the text line. We thought we got to bring this back. A lot of people, most people were saying this is legit, go for it. A lot of people were also messaging going like, Steph, don't get taken in by this hoax. Anyway, the update is you have purchased a grounding sheet. What did you buy?
So I got, it's two things. So one, I got the mat, which you can put on your feet, like when you're sitting at your couch or like if you're doing dishes, wherever you want to put it. So it's like a mat. It's like a rubbery.
You got to carry it around with you wherever you go?
Yeah, I guess. I just have it. I put it on the arm of my couch. So if I'm on the couch.
Why don't you just get your whole house just instead of the flooring? Just get grounding mats instead of flooring.
That's a great idea.
There you go.
It might get expensive, but sure.
Yeah, but at least you're always grounded. And then the other thing I got, I didn't want to buy the full sheet because I was reading that the full sheets end up like stretching out. They're hard to wash, and you're gonna have to buy multiple of the like the fitted sheets because then like they wear out and you're messing up with the silver that's inside of it. So I got a piece of sheet, not even a half.
I'm sorry, you bought a what?
A piece of sheet.
You bought a
which it might turn out to be.
Is it a piece of is it a piece of sheet? That's what we all want to know.
So it came on Friday. And yeah, I don't know how this is. Okay, so here's the thing. I got it from Amazon because there's other really big companies that sell these grounding sheets. And I was like, okay, let me get one from Amazon because then I can return it because the other ones are like really expensive. And I was warned, like, don't get the ones from Amazon because they're cheaper. And I'm like, yeah, but if they're all made the same, what's the difference? It's organic cotton and it's silver.
And it obviously works.
It obviously works.
Have you tried it? What are the early returns?
So I put it on when I got it on Friday, and then I slept on it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I didn't feel anything because some people are like, you're supposed to feel like a tingling sensation. I didn't. And I was like, I think that's wrong.
You
if
do
you
go
tingle.
see your doctor.
Right? Yeah. And so I slept on it. The good news so far is, knock on wood, I haven't had like even like a little bit of a feeling of a migraine. So that's great news. It's still early.
Right.
But like the pain in my neck and like the pain in like my back and stuff, that still hasn't gone away. But I've read multiple things because Pooja, you were saying too, like you heard that you have to, it's a long time.
It takes a while.
Yeah. And I've also read that it's instant. So that's why I'm like,
conflicting reports.
I don't know what's happening. So here's the thing. I'm going to keep trying it. Obviously, I bought it and I have like 90 days to return it. I'll see what happens. But I also kind of want to get ones from like the legit grounding companies. I've been trying to find like a Canadian one. Because none of them are Canadian that I've found so far. Or even if I can just go pick one up here in the city.
Tell you what, why don't we get everyone who's listening right now to help you out? Maybe if you have a suggestion for Stef, you can text us at 981-981. Let us know a brand or a company that you recommend that you know works for you. That's a piece of sheet.
Even if it's the full sheets, whichever one works for you.
We're just going to spring for the full sheet. And by the way, if you look up, you look way up, that's Steph flying to work like Aladdin on her grounding mat, on her piece of sheet.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
It's Viral Video Day.
Yeah, I think it's a day we can all get on board with. It is Viral Video Day. Look, we've probably all spent too many hours on YouTube. And you probably have a viral video from your past that you absolutely love. All mine tend to be sort of pre-2010.
Yeah, it's true. And it was when we were first discovering what a viral video was. I remember for me, it was watching the audition of Susan Boyle on Britain's Got Talent because she came out. Simon Cowell, who's the judge that, you know, is a little bit curmudgeon-y, was not impressed. He judged her immediately. She's an older woman. What do you have to offer? Let's see what you can do. And then she started singing and blew everyone away with this.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
You didn't expect that, did you? Did you? No.
No, nobody was expecting it.
Wow. And I don't watch reality TV much, but what ended up happening? Did she go on to win?
Oh, wow. So she went on to have major success, like overnight success. She started doing all of the talk shows from Oprah, you name it. She wrote a book. She sold 25 million records.
No way.
Under Simon Cowell's record label.
Oh, so he judged a book by its cover, but then he realized he could make some money and he doubled back.
Yes. And I think the reason why people fell in love with her and why this went viral was because she was just this ordinary woman from a small town in Scotland. And she was an inspiration to so many people because her whole thing was like, look, you don't have to be this, extraordinary person to do extraordinary things, that everybody can achieve their dreams if you really want to.
She has the voice of an old school Disney princess.
Yes.
Like in the animated movies from the 90s?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
She even got nominated for a Grammy. Two Grammys.
That's wild. What a story. Mine is less serious and more dumb.
Which often viral videos are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel bad bringing this one up, but I mean, this is a moment. You've already heard about this. This is the Miss Teen USA competition from 2007 with Mario Lopez, AC Slater hosting and looking extremely awkward. I don't blame him. Here was the response to a question from Miss South Carolina, Kate Upton. You'll hear the question and the response, and we'll cringe along together.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Mario Lopez coming in with the thank you very much, South Carolina.
I don't even remember what the question was after hearing that answer.
Now the question was pretty stupid to begin with. Why can't people locate the U.S. on a map?
Right. Okay, because I just kept hearing the Iraq. That's what I just kept hearing. Some people.
Every time I hear this, and we'll play this in here just for us, once every 6 months, it's always worse than I remembered it being. Yeah. It's a train wreck.
You know all the people who say they're afraid of public speaking? That is the example of why people don't want to get in front of anybody and speak, because you don't want that to happen.
And in fairness, Miss Kate Upton, she's 36 now. She's doing well. She talked about it recently in an interview, and she said, it was like my spirit left my body. It was a complete out-of-body experience. Yes. I didn't even know what was happening. And I think we can relate to that on some level.
Hello, this show.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
I got a really sweet story to share with you.
Oh, I love sweet stories.
Hopefully this will warm your heart. So, I have 3 nephews, right? They're all awesome. I love them. My middle nephew, Julian, he's 15 years old. He's in grade 10. He's like the quietest one. He's sort of that like brooding one. He's like this really good-looking, quiet kid. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't express himself as much. So this story kind of surprised me, but I loved it because he is a very sweet kid, even though he doesn't always outwardly show it.
And
so
it's always the quiet ones that, they're listening. They're sponges. They're taking it all in.
Soaking it all in, right? So he has a part-time job. I don't know what it's called, but at the public city ice rinks, the people who skate around and sort of just make sure everything's okay. No one's sort of horsing around too much if anyone falls down. It's like ice monitor, I guess.
Okay.
So he's been doing that for a while, and he's been saving up, and like he's at that age where for his birthdays and stuff and Christmas, we all just kind of give him money because it's really fashionable. You don't know what he wants, right? He's got his own taste.
Aww.
So he's a huge Toronto Blue Jays fan. Massive. Baseball's his favorite sport. He plays competitive baseball. And after the Blue Jays signed Vladdy, remember that big Vladdy deal, the 15 years, $500 million? He was waiting, and the news broke around midnight, and he had the breaking alert set up on his phone. So he woke up at midnight when he saw the news. He's like, yes.
Wow. What
and
a
then
fan.
Yeah, right? And then he hopped onto the Jays store, and he ordered himself a Vladdy jersey because he was just waiting. Like, is Vladdy going to stick around? Is he going to go? And as soon as he knew Vladdy was sticking around, he ordered the jersey, and he told his dad he's going to do this. Like, if Vladdy stays, I'm going to get a jersey.
With his own money?
With his own money.
Wow.
And my brother's like, yeah, go for it. You've worked, you've earned this money. Like, you can do this. You can buy your jersey. You don't need my permission. So he puts in the order at midnight or whatever, and in the morning he told my brother, he's like, I ordered the jersey. And my brother's like, great. So a few days later, a box shows up, opens it up, got the Vladdy jersey for himself, holds it up, pulls out one more jersey for my brother. Aww. He ordered him a Jays jersey with his own money for my brother. Isn't that so sweet?
That's so nice. So that they can wear it together?
So they can, because they watch the Jays games together. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm like tearing up hearing this. It's like, I don't know. It surprised all of us.
Because he didn't tell them in advance that was what was happening. And plus, it ain't cheap buying 2 jerseys.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he did this with his own money. My brother was so touched by it. He told me the story, and I'm like,
I love that.
Well, it's almost enough to make me want to have kids.
You know what? Almost.
Almost.
It is one of those things, though, because you kids, especially with parents, you kind of expect your parents to buy you things. It's never really the other way around. Not at that age, not at 14, 15.
So like 13 years from now, young Bodhi or Sias might do this for you.
Aw.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't. I can't. It's so sweet, though. And I think people can relate to this. Sometimes your kids surprise you in the sweetest way.
Yes.
I'd love to hear those stories.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
We asked you, what's the sweet surprise you got from your kids? We got so many calls and texts. We want to try and squeeze in as many as we can.
Yeah, let's go to Michael in Waterdown. What was that for you?
3 years ago, my mom passed away on Thanksgiving, and I was not in a good place. Working all these years, I have never taken a vacation in 37 years.
Oh, wow.
Christmas Day, my boys come in with a big box, and inside was another big box, and another big box, and another box, and inside was 2 plane tickets to Jamaica for me and my wife.
Wow.
Wow.
Michael, that's amazing.
That was fantastic.
How old are your boys when they did this?
My boys were 24 and 28.
Wow.
What a nice, sweet surprise. And was this because they knew that you were down and that you were in this place where you really needed to pick me up?
Yes, and they also know that we've been working all these years, and it was basically to put a roof over our heads, and never asked them once for a dime for rent or anything like that. I guess it's just they feel, it's time to do something for mom and dad.
Michael, you and your wife raised them right. That's so sweet. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you. Take care.
Appreciate
it.
Love you guys. Bye now.
Mary from Belleville, what's up for you?
Okay, this just happened. I got a package in the mail in January. I opened it up, and it's a picture of the ship my parents came over from Italy.
Wow.
And my daughter had it ordered from the Halifax Naval Museum and my parents' boarding pass. And then my father turned 94 in February, so I gave it to him.
Come
on.
This is so beautiful.
What was your father's reaction when he saw that?
He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. And the price on the ticket is in Canadian dollars, and Italian lira. And my mother was 7 months pregnant with me on that ship.
Mary, there's so much thought that went into that gift. And then look at how many people benefited from that gift, like the joy it brought to everyone.
I know. And then one day I'll have it back.
That's so lovely, Mary. Thanks so much for sharing that.
Thank you. Bye.
What's that sweet surprise you got from your kids? Audrey and Pickering, what's that for you?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not a mom, but 1 year on Mother's Day, my niece and my nephew showed up at work with flowers for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
I love that.
It was very sweet.
I got to tell you, and I know, Gurdeep, you can relate to this as well, like being an aunt for my sister's kids who are now in their 20s, I always felt like I was their second mom, when I didn't have kids. And just for that to be reinforced and reiterated with, like, they feel that way about you, isn't that just so nice?
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, and so unexpected and lovely. Audrey, thanks so much for sharing that.
You're welcome. Thanks. Have a good day.
Also getting so many texts to 981-981 with these wonderful, sweet stories. Kim writing us a sweet surprise from my son. After my mom passed last year, he bought these books, I Want to Hear Your Story, Mom, and I Want to Hear Your Story, Dad, so we could put all our memories from childhood and first, etc. So when we pass, it's like we're still telling them our stories in our words.
Wow.
Wow.
That is deep, Kim. What a gift.
that.
Let's do one more here. What is the sweet surprise you got from your kids? Let's go to Feeney in Toronto.
My son, when he was about 13 or 14, I came home from a long day of work, and he was able to make a complete breakfast.
Oh, he made you breakfast when you got home from work.
And he washed up everything. I couldn't believe it. I was just so surprised.
And was there a special occasion or you just did it for no reason?
No, I think he realized I went to work and I was working like a long shift.
Oh, wow.
That's so thoughtful at that age to do. And sometimes it's the simple things. I remember when we were kids too, sometimes even if we just like set the table by the time my parents got home from work, my mom was always so touched.
Yes.
Even though we didn't do it right.
Yeah. No, I was really impressed that he didn't burn the house down.
Yes. Feeney, I think this just speaks to what a great example you are for him.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, you did it right. Feeney, thanks for sharing.
Okay, have a wonderful day, and I love this show.
Thank you. Love you too.
Okay, bye.
Kids are amazing.
They really are.
Almost enough to make me want to have some. Do you ever think, by the way, in like 12, 13 years, this is C and Bodie doing this for you?
I hope so. Right now, I came down the stairs yesterday, saw Bodie, and he's like, Mama, I'm your baby. And I'm like, yes, you are my baby.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast
welcome to Can't Beat Gurdeep.
on 98.1 CHFI.
And Christine from Ajax is hoping to beat Gurdeep. Get this, Christine and her husband have a beautiful ritual they do every morning that involves this game. Tell us more, Christine.
Yeah, so my husband and I, we have very different morning routines, but it doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. We'll always stop to listen to Can't Beat Gurdeep and then call each other after it's done and confer and see if the other one has beaten him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first off, let me say it's an honor to be a part of your morning routine because morning routines are sacred. So thank you for including us. But also, inquiring minds want to know, how do you and your husband do it? Do you ever beat me once in a while or what?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think we have a pretty good track record.
What? Okay, all right.
Oh,
the
Christine,
gloves are coming off.
I wish you could see his face right now. He does look a little bit nervous, so I guess we're going to see how this goes. Christine, is your husband listening, by the way?
I'm sure he is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. We're going to have to see what happens. You do have to get more right than him in order to win $1,000 of his money, so you can do the honors of kicking him out of the studio.
All right, Gurdeep, I'm going to try my best Arnold impression here and say, hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, get out.
He just wanted to do his impression. Of course he did. Okay, he's gone, Christine. Here we go. Over the past decade, Ontario has completed 134 kilometers of new lanes along Highway 401 in an effort to alleviate traffic congestion. True or false? The 401 is over 800 kilometers long.
True.
Fans of the movie Miss Congeniality just celebrated April 25th as the perfect date. Can you name a zodiac sign from the month of April?
I'm going to say Aries. I don't know.
Gene Simmons of Kiss has listed his 7,740 square foot Beverly Hills mansion for just under $14 million. Where did the Fresh Prince live?
Bel Air.
Ryan Gosling is set to star in the upcoming standalone adventure film Star Wars Starfighter. What province was Ryan born in?
Ontario.
Our Leafs and Senators are in the middle of a Battle of Ontario. Remember the license plate slogan, yours to discover? What was the slogan changed to in 2019?
Oh, man. Oh, I can't remember. I mean, those license plates were insignificant anyway. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Christine, we're going to get Gurdeep to come back in and see how he does with the same 5 questions. Ready, Arnie?
I told you I'll be back.
Over the past decade, Ontario has completed 134 kilometers of new lanes along Highway 401 in an effort to alleviate traffic congestion. True or false? The 401 is over 800 kilometers long.
It's funny you asked that. I recently Googled, I don't know why, how many kilometers it is coast to coast in Canada.
Okay.
And it was over 5,000. And this is the Trans-Canada Highway stretching across Canada. So the number you gave sounds a bit low. So I'm going to say true.
Fans of the movie Miss Congeniality just celebrated April 25th as the perfect date. Can you name a zodiac sign from the month of April?
Yeah, it's the best one. Aries.
Is that because you're an Aries?
That's right. I'll give you a bonus one. Taurus.
Oh, look
give me
at
extra
you.
points.
Look at
give me
you.
6 out of 5.
Look at you only knowing the signs in your birth month. Can you name one in February, mine?
Here's my navel. Want to see it?
Okay, next one. Gene Simmons of Kiss has listed his 7,740 square foot Beverly Hills mansion for just under $14 million. Where did the Fresh Prince live?
Oh, he's from West Philly, but the show took place in Bel Air.
He was born and raised.
Yeah.
By the playground. I think that's where he spent most of his days.
Okay.
Okay, Ryan Gosling is set to star in the upcoming standalone adventure film Star Wars Starfighter. What province was Ryan born in?
He is from London, Ontario.
Our Leafs and Senators are in the middle of a Battle of Ontario. Remember the license plate slogan, yours to discover?
Mm-hmm.
What was the slogan changed to in 2019?
I remember this because it was right around the time of marijuana legalization, which I believe was 2018. And the joke was a place to grow.
Wow, I can't believe you remembered that. So, Christine, you got 4 out of 5 correct.
I got 6 out of 5.
Gurdeep, you got all 5 correct. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Christine, let's call your husband. Let's see how he did.
Oh,
Christine,
gosh.
I thought
we wouldn't have been able to beat you anyway.
Oh, I thought you had him. But in the end, you weren't able to beat Gurdeep. And you know what that means?
Christine, you were so much fun. And again, honestly, it means a lot that we are part of your morning routines because, once again, those are very sacred. So thank you for including us.
No problem. All the best, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.